What is one bitter truth you know about life? We all have to die. Hopefully not painfully. It is possible for a parent to not love their child. The universe is so astounding and we'll never see most of it. No matter how hard you try, you won't always get what you want. No matter how nice, pleasant or thoughtfully you treat others, there are very few people you can really trust. My dog is going to die one day. That youth is wasted on the young. No one gets out of this life alive. You don't always get what you deserve. Employers will take advantage of you. You too will grow old or die prematurely. It doesn't always get better, only sometimes. Nothing is free in life, even love is expensive. Losing a parent sucks as a kid and as an adult. Most people are not special. A few, however, are. There is no bottom to human greed and depravity. Life is basically just the loading screen for death. Lots of people were the smartest kid in high school. No one cares about you as much as you think they do. That you are the villain in someone else's narrative. The only person you can ever 100% rely on is yourself. Love does not conquer all. It really doesn't. Life is more beautiful because we will never be here again. Your health is everything. Without it you really have nothing. You can't learn without failure. You won't change without pain. No matter how hard you try, you will hit yourself at some point. The quote, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything, is bullet. That you will not live long enough to see your fantasies come to life. Nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. Everybody is gonna die. You'll always be a bad guy for someone or the other. You just can't help it. That no matter how advanced we are as a society, there will always be evil in it. A vast majority of us will be completely forgotten by the time our grandchildren die. No matter how much you jiggle and dance, the last 2 drops always land in your pants. There will be death. There will be taxes. To sweeten the deal, there are cats and dogs. Loving someone, or being loved by someone, is not the same thing as them being right for you. That there are always a few people who will always be left out, who will never feel quite at home. Cancer, and incurable cancer, can affect anyone. At any age. Even your 15-year-old best friend. That love is just a choice. Nobody will truly care for you forever. And we all die cold, alone, and afraid. Some people are born lucky and some are born to have the absolute kicked out of them at every opportunity. You can do everything right, put in all the effort, and still fail. Source: girlfriend of 7 years just left me. No matter how many times I let someone in front of me on the interstate, they will never ever do the same for me. Even though we know war is bad and there is no pros to it, we still have them, small or big. It's a huge problem. That a big part of life is dependent on luck. It's a hard pill to swallow that a lot of things are out of our control. I'm an eternal optimist, but I have to say that life is just a series of disappointments with a few bright spots sprinkled in. The fantastic, incredible love you feel for someone you meet when you're 18 and know they're your lifelong soulmate, it won't last. Death is the absolute best thing that can happen to us. It's not good for the people left behind, but it's the best thing to happen to a person. Family is not necessarily blood. You can try and push, but sometimes the most airheaded, least understanding people are the ones you're born with. Some people truly cannot be helped. No matter how hard you try. No matter how much you care about them. Or how good you are with them. Some people just want to burn. However much you want to blame bad things in your life on everyone else, the truth is, even if someone else is to blame, the only person that can make it better is you. It's one thing to be acquainted with people you find to be friendly. It's another to have true friends that stick with you through thick and thin over the years of your lives together. The randomness of life. Some people seem to coast through life on dumb luck. taking silly risks all the time and walking away totally unscathed. Until one day they don't. And usually take someone more sensible with them in the process. You are not special. No one cares about you. It's a bitter truth but also a freeing one as well. You are not obligated to follow a grandiose path towards notoriety. Enjoy the freedom of not being special and do something small and important just for you. Life ducking sucks. There you go. You live long enough to watch your loved ones die and to do what? Go to school 8-3, do homework for the rest of the day. Then grow up and work 8-5 every single day so you can afford a house to raise the next generation and die. No matter how nice you are, there will always be people who say they hate you and mean it. There will always be people who want to end your life or want you to end it yourself and they mean it. No matter how nice you are. Sadly, I had to learn that the hard way and I want no one else to have to lean it the same way I did. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much good you do, in the end it will be for nothing. Loved ones will leave you. Friends will betray you. Your achievements will rot to dust. You will be forgotten. Most for seemingly nothing. But not all will, and that's the reason you keep going. For that 1 of 10 that won't leave or betray or deteriorate. Unlike movies, if you try to be honest with someone by opening your heart and sharing your emotions about something you care about or about something they did that hurt you, they are more likely not understand. Make fun of the thing you care about because they don't understand it and think it's silly, and refuse to admit that they did anything that hurt and round about the blame towards you. You can get sick. Not a little cold, but the serious kind that doesn't get better. Maybe cancer with a chance for a cure. Maybe something you've never heard of that has no happy ending or any ending at all. It could happen at any moment to anyone. It doesn't matter if you exercise and try to do everything right and be healthy. You can still end up chronically ill for the rest of your life. If you're lucky it isn't something rare. The doctors can identify it. There are treatments you can try. If you aren't, you can end up sick, struggling to get by, with no idea why or what to do about it. It happens to many people and it can happen to you. It's possible to realize that the people you've been friends with for close to 10 years are in reality nothing like you and have no connection besides you all saw each other in school 5 days a week and played the same sports. Found this out last weekend. I was one of the few in my friend group who didn't attend the same university as the majority of us, due to money restraints and geographical issues that arose thanks to my parents moving after I graduated high school. Went to visit for a weekend to catch up. Was excited as can be. Within hours of arriving, I may as well have already left. Once we met up with the friends that they'd made over the course of the school year, my attempts at catching up and trying to get acquainted with those I didn't know fell on deaf ears. It was like I didn't exist outside of their high class ivory tower world. Both my parents are teachers, so economically I was nowhere on the same level as my friends and the people they'd met at university. The things they talked about doing: cruise in the Mediterranean, getting a brand new car, eating at the most expensive restaurants in town, etc, were things I could only dream about. What they complained about: lost Hydro Flask. Frat party didn't have the exact type of booze they wanted. Parents only sent $250 instead of $300 this month. Struck me like a lightning bolt. And made me think, what the hell? That's what you're upset about most in life? Over the course of the weekend, nobody even made an attempt to talk to or include me unless I interjected my opinion. And even then I was quickly shot down, witty a fake pity laugh and a chorus of yeah and okay. My friends were great whenever it was just us. But as soon as anybody else showed up, I could have stripped naked in the middle of the room and pissed straight up in the air and caught it in my mouth and nobody would have noticed. Leaving on Sunday morning gave me time to think about the weekend, and the sudden realization that my friends and I really had nothing in common honestly caught me off guard so bad. It was like looking both ways before crossing the street and then having a helicopter landing on you. The whole situation made me sad at first. And it still kind of hurts if I'm being honest. But it's opened my eyes finally that life changes constantly. And allowed me to start moving forward. I'm doing much better. And while I'm still on good terms with my high school buddies, I've shifted my focus onto those I've met at my own university. And I'm happy as can be. TL. Dr. I'm poor. Friends rich. Realized we have only a few small things in common. It hurted. I now feel better.